Okay guys, let's have a little look at the revision for this next paper. If there's anything I need to jot down, I'll come back to this screen, but let's flick onto the actual exam paper itself then. May 2009 exam paper. Now if we were doing this exam as a practice exam, 1.5 hours long, again we haven't got much time have we with these C1 exams. 90 minutes, we got our answer book, of course, we got our formula booklet, which we shouldn't really need to look at, because we should have all in our heads really, just to save it any time we can. We need to answer all the questions. We're not allowed calculators. We need to show the methods that we use and write things clearly. We don't really need to worry about the order. We can do the exam paper in any order we want. Okay, so the marks are given on the right hand side, of course, for each question. Now here's the first question. Let's have a quick look through the paper then, as though we're in the exam. It's good to have a look through the paper first, see what you want to get started with, and it's always nice to have a nice easy start. Now question 1, it just doesn't look very user friendly as far as I'm concerned. Very long, so I would leave that. Longer questions I would leave till the more substantive part of the exam. I want to get off to a good quick start with some easy questions and relatively easy marks. Question 2 in C1 paper on surds here. Look for a question like that. That's a great question to start on, isn't it? Because it's fairly straightforward to do that one. Okay. Now the other thing you might think, well, 4's not too bad because it's only completing the square, and then you can get the greatest value from the property of the completing the square. And you've got simultaneous, so 4's are contented to do as well, so, but it doesn't look too bad. Here's a nice one though. Question 5. So 2 and 5 to me look very easy to just do straight away. And there's another 7 marks for that. So I think that was 8 for question 2. So that's 15 marks already for 2 and 5. 6 again, okay, it's okay. It's not going to take that long, so that's a contender for doing one next. 6 and 7, I think they look pretty good. This is just Pascal's triangle, binomial theorem. Fairly straightforward stuff there. So they're easy marks to pick up. Yeah, and 8, 9, and 10. You've got a simple curve sketching on 9, so that's just shifting your curve, isn't it? There's your curve, and you've got to shift it, and then draw y equals f of 2x. So that's easy as well. And follow the instructions there. Stationary points, points of inflection and things like that. Again, that's simple differentiation. So 9 and 10 are good. Good to go. 8, 7, 6 and 7 are good, and 2 and 5, wasn't it? So I would start on that, and I'd look to do it in that order. And then this number 1, I'd leave toward the end of the latter part, because it's such a long-winded question. Time permitting, it might slow me down. Although saying that, there's 6 marks here at the bottom right. Because there are a lot of marks to pick up later on in the exam. But get yourself off to a good start with a nice easy question, as I say, is the key to that. Coming back to this paper then, I don't think there's a lot more to say about that. But all I would say, just one concluding thought, is if you do finish early, if you practiced well and you finish early, then obviously don't leave, because it's only 90 minutes. You spent all year or several months working for this, so you want to use every minute, every second you can. So do the paper. If you've got 10, 15 or 15 minutes or even half an hour left at the end, sit back in your chair, read what you've done, double check everything. And then when you've double checked everything and you've still got 5 or 10 minutes left, say, then you triple check everything. And then use every minute and second available in that 90 minutes to get as good a mark as you possibly can. Okay then guys, that's all I want to say about this paper then. There's not a lot to say, is there? This is a standard technique. Once you get used to these papers, it's really the similar approach as you go in, isn't it? Because you get used to the type of format and order of the questions. Okay, all the best with this paper then, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Cheers!